Oh, hello. Don't know why I done that. I got a review. Ratchet Clank. A cracking time. For the PS3, of course. Now, as you all know, this game stars Ratchet Clank. And it just takes off where Tales of Destruction Quest for Booty left off. You're Ratchet on your own, you're looking for your buddy Clank who's been taken away by the Zony, blah 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 blah, and it's just your mission to find him. It's as simple as shit. And then you just find out there's a plan by your old foe Dr. Nefarious from like Size Matters or whatever kind of Ratchet Clank game it was. He wants to take over the universe like whatever great villain wants to do. And there's a big thing called the Great Clock which controls time and shit, and that's under threat. It's your job to just stop everything, stop all the bad guys and put things back to normal, reunite yourself with your friend. That's basically the gist of the story. The story doesn't really get any more interesting than that, apart from when you meet a fellow Lombax called General Azimuth. He's a badass. Bit of an arsehole though, because at that point you start to get a bit of backstory into Ratchet's parents' life. You learn about his father, but you never hear anything about his mother, which is quite disturbing. And that's it. That's really it for the story. I've just covered the story in about a minute. That's it. It's not the strongest story in the series, but you know, it does its job. It does its job of closing up the series. It is basically just closing off the series. Ending it on a high note. I love Ratchet Clank. It's a good game. Great game, the series. I remember I playing the very first Ratchet Clank on the PS2. It was great. What I love about this game is that it is an absolute showcase to what the PS3, power-wise, can actually do, because the things that this game achieves in real time, constantly, at a constant frame rate that never dips, is truly astounding. I'm talking really slowly. It's truly astounding. Like, it's a technical masterpiece. Because I've never seen a game where you're in a giant metropolis and there's more than 20 different vehicles, alone, just vehicles, in the sky moving at all set direct paths, all individually coded on their own path. And then you've got spinning platforms, flames spewing out, NPCs moving around, you've got vegetation going around, you're fighting, you're blowing shit up. It's just crazy the amount of shit that goes on at the screen at any one time in this game with the frame rate, and it's just unbelievable. Because I took animation at college, and for the shit that they've pulled off in this game, from an animation viewpoint, it's truly mind blowing. It should be put in like a Hall of Fame. It's fucking incredible. Graphically, this game is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. It's one of the best looking PS3 games I've ever seen. Ever. Truly is. Truly is. Ratchet has an insane amount of detail in him. I mean, I love insane amount of detail, but his fur is just a bit unreasonable. It's a bit unreasonable, the amount of detail. But I'm not complaining, because I'd probably do the same. The characters are great. Characters are top notch. The comedy is, if you're into it, it's like British satire, slapsticky comedy stuff. It's funny. I laughed. I definitely laughed. The characters are great. Ratchet's funny, voiced by none other than Tidus from Final Fantasy X. I never ever knew that Ratchet through every single game was voiced by the guy that done Tidus from Final Fantasy X. I never knew that. And it's funny listening to him. Ratchet's funny. It's actually really funny in this. He's so sarcastic, it's unbelievable. Clank's funny, and his cute little laugh is funny. There's a character called Sigmund at the Great Clock. He's a cutie, like, he's so adorable, it's unbelievable. And he keeps on calling Clank sir, and I just want to grab him and just tell him that he's not a slave. Oh, bless his heart. Sigmund, you know, he's the best. Right at the end of the game, he's like Neville Longbottom. He's just the best guy ever. Azimuth's a cunt. Captain Quark, oh my god. Apart from his segment, Captain Quark steals the show. Oh, dearie me, when he... I'm laughing already when he dresses up as a nurse right at the end. So funny. And there's a bit when Ratchet has to become Dr. Nefarious, and that's fucking awesome. You can order his troops to dance. that's hilarious. And the troops are dancing, and then they're going, oh, I'm so embarrassed, this is so good, kill me, kill me, what will my children think? Funny. And Dr. Nefarious has a butler called Lawrence, and see when Dr. Nefarious shouts on Lawrence, it's fucking hilarious. Oh god, right at the start with the hypersonic brainwave scrambler. Wow, brilliant. Oh, it's a funny game, really enjoyable funny game. Gameplay's just the same formula from every other Ratchet & Clank game. You've got a vast array of weapons, they just do unbelievable amounts of damage and they're just outrageous. You can customise them, it's not as good as I thought it would be, but there you go, how good was I expecting it, to be honest. Your wrench is still the most powerful thing in the game, you just destroyed cities with that thing. Clank gets his own missions and they are genius. The puzzles in the Great Clock are literally the best puzzles I've ever seen ever in a game. Ever. Whoever made up the puzzles is an absolute genius. Absolute genius. That's about it for the gameplay really. It's just, you get to go searching in planets, doing side quests, you get to upgrade your ship and destroy things, have ship battles, fight many ships and that. Oh, you get to go on other planets and just fight wave after wave of enemies and get gold bolts and shit. This is the first proper actual Ratchet Clank game, and I've actually collected everything in the first go. And it's the first Ratchet game in the PS3 games I've actually managed to complete the Rhino V, like the Rhino gun. It's the first time I've actually ever been able to do that. Lasting appeal, I would say that it's an enjoyable enough game that you would come back just for the kicks, just for the laughs, just to enjoy yourself. And you probably just play it with like casual difficulty and just cruise through it, just have a blast, collecting bolts and shit. That's about it really. I'm just going to wrap up there. It's got an okay story. It's good enough to end up a great series of games. Graphically, it's outstanding. Some of the best ever. Gameplay, it's great. It's incredible. And overall, it's not one of the best Ratchet & Clank games, but it's definitely one of the better ones. It's definitely a really good game. And I would have to say that I would give Ratchet & Clank a cracking time on the PS3 a 7 out of 10. Another 7 out of 10. Which of course is so good that I would buy it twice. That's it really. A review of Ratchet & Clank, a cracking time. It's a good game, you should buy it. I was going to get, I would say you should buy it at a pre-owned price, but it's not a 6 out of 10, it's a 7 out of 10. It's good enough that you should buy it twice at a pre-owned price. That's it really, so take care, see you later, and love your PS3. Not the strongest story in the game, in the series. It's not the strongest game in it. Oh, fuck, I've just fucked up. I had to cut that all bit out. Right. Oh god, but the burps there. Haha!